Yeah.
So, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to FTRL. It is week 9 of our season 28 career mode, and the drivers are doing something a little bit different this week as they head into the upper echelons of their driving careers. This week, it is our Edizione Speciale Supercar. Our Supercar Special Edition, no less, for those of not of Italian persuasion then. So a little bit of a sideways step then, having been in GT3 cars for the last couple of weeks. This week the drivers find themselves back in road-going versions of some of the specials from the big name GT manufacturers. With a little bit of a twist, they do have some racing tyres on the hard compound, but everything else about these cars is spec. And it's as they find them. The McLaren has had a little bit of a tune-up just to make it competitive. And there are, I say, McLaren being one of 4 cars then on the grid tonight. And so we've got the Lamborghini Aventador, we've got the Ferrari F8, we've got the Mercedes AMG Black Series, and the McLaren 650S. Good evening all. So they are the 4 cars tonight. Each team has one of each car, which they have allocated between themselves. And we've got 2 races for you tonight then. So helping me get through tonight's races is a slightly sickly SBY. Good evening, Sean.
Good evening.
Dying.
Yeah, good evening, Lee. So yeah, as you said, amid much grumbling and moaning, we've yanked our drivers back out of the Group 3 cars and put them in
Much
something
moaning
different.
in some cases.
So
You know who you are.
we'll see how we get on.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, they've got 4 cars on the grid tonight then. Each team has 1. We'll try and get a bit of a better angle on each one. So we've got the Lamborghini Aventador here. We've also got, where are we? The Mercedes AMG Black Series there. In fact, we'll do that. It'll be easier to go through in the race and get a better camera angle because GT's just shit. Yes, starting off with a sprint race. This has 1 times tyre wear, 1 times fuel wear, and then later on we've got an endurance race where it is 5 times on the fuel and 3 times on the tyres. But then without further ado, let's crack on with some racing then. So after qualifying, it was a 10-minute session, and Homer putting himself on pole position for Team Jaffa-Cake. Oblivion then coming through, stunning lap from him up in P2. And in third, it's Sir Goose then. So it's a Lamborghini 1, 2, 3. Then the Italian make locking out the top 3 places then. Best of the rest was myself in the Mercedes AMG Black Series. Behind me in fourth was Jadon then in the Ferrari. What is the Ferrari? It's the, I can't remember what the model is. F8 something.
The F8 Tributo.
That's the badge. Behind him then is Dusty Fossil. He is in, I can't see it from that angle very well, but he's in the McLaren, the 650S. Behind him is Zom, in the second of the AMGs. Then comes Graham in the Bobbins car in the Mercedes AMG, just ahead of Glyn, who's also there in the AMG, tucked in behind. Then comes Derek in the McLaren. Now, Derek is the one that kind of picked and put together this week. Now, don't want to cast any shadow on him and throw any shade his way, but at the start of the week, we had to do a little bit of tinkering because I think when he was doing the testing, he might have had about 6 or 7 cans of Tennant's Special Brew. And he was like, the cars are all equal. And then we started testing at the start of this week, and I was about 3 seconds faster in that Ferrari than I was in that McLaren. However, we think between myself and Sean, we managed to get it about right. Or so we're about to find out. Yes.
I think there was an update in between testing and
yes.
this week to come to Derek's defense.
We'll use that excuse. Okay, you just go easy on those cans. 11th then is Nobby Norris. He's in the McLaren ahead. Sorry, it's Lois Royston. Then it's Nobby Norris. Royston is in the. I can't see what Royston's in because he's hidden. Where is he? He's in the Ferrari. Nobby Norris is in the McLaren. Then we've got Odon in the Ferrari. We've got Beach then in the Lamborghini. Yourself, Sean, filling in
hello
for... Who are you filling for? Biggles this week, aren't you, in the McLaren?
That's
and
right.
Jonesy bringing up the rear in the Ferrari. So 9 laps, 1 times tyre wear on it, 1 times fuel wear. So it's just going to be a straightforward sprint. Let's see how they get on.
Bring on turn 1.
What can possibly go wrong at a bit of turn 1 chaos in cars with stock brakes and suspension? And away we go then. Homer leading the way. Charge down towards turn 1. That's himself then getting a better launch though. Out onto the tail of Goose. Any chaos into turn 1. Oh, just Foster to the side of Owen. Contact between the teammates. Oh, watch and out. Jonesy. Lying in there. Absolute chaos. There's cars everywhere. Jonesy and Beecher in the gravel. Oh, what happened there? Action replay, please. Oh my god. It's gone board.
So I said to Jonesy, because I jumped in the qualifying just to get some practice, I said I'll let him go because I was supposed to be at the back. I slowed down, he didn't pass me. So I thought I'll go to the outside and just let him through, and boy did he ever come through.
Yeah, apparently got a cable stuck under his brakes, so that's why he didn't stop. He did well to avoid some of the... yeah, that's why some of the cars. Zom did very well to not die there, because he got a big hit in the side.
I think he was buffered by some of the others, including
he had a car on his
Beach.
outside, didn't he? So it saved him there. As into Goose getting a little bit deep into the second chicane.
It's so hard to get the braking point for these cars.
Yes, everything you know about this circuit.
A few metres, and that's it.
Yeah, you want to brake it about, well, let's say for turn 1 in a normal car, you brake it about 120 metres, and this thing you brake it about 220 metres. So it took a bit of getting used to. It's as you were, half-second penalty for the oven.
I'm safe in the chat saying that's why he wants to sell his gear. Yes, that one incident is pretty much responsible for Jonesy's imminent retirement.
Oblivion then putting the pressure on Beach as they head up to Ascari for the first time. Two Lamborghinis making a bit of a break. Bam's gone a little hot there. Squealing tyres.
The Lamborghini does well for grip because it's obviously it's got the four-wheel drive and it gets out the slow corners well, but it is a bit understeery, or at least I found it to be.
It was definitely quite stable, probably the most stable of the cars I found. But
yeah,
and obviously quick because they locked out the top 3 in the qualifying. Into the but yeah, like I say, the understeer here, I was getting a good run up the inside of Goose then. But yeah, we've got a bit of work to do then. Now, I did want to bump draft it here. But I was aware that we're getting close to the braking zone, and really I don't think we need any help going any deeper into the braking zone here, so I didn't do it. I sort of pulled out and just showed to the inside. I wasn't really trying to make an overtake on him, but
it's nothing like a last minute bump draft just to keep people on their toes.
Oh, Homer's gone deep at turn 1, and that's going to lose him the lead. Oblivion through. So Homer there out braking himself. Yeah, that's the risk in these cars, unfortunately. But you can see the Lamborghini there out the slow traction zone, all 3 of them pulling away from me in the Mercedes behind. Owen in 5th place still, Justin Boston 6th. He's had a really good couple of weeks as well, of course, winning overall last week.
Yeah.
He's put himself right in amongst the title contention for this season. Down into the second chicane we go. Neat and tidy through there. Nobody noticed that. Oh, was that going big? That's it, neat and tidy. Royston's gone deep. And loses a couple of places and down to 15th he goes. It's up front. Oblivion now leading the way. Homer in second, Goose kicking up the dirt and kicking up some grass, and that's going to lose him 3rd place. That's the interesting way of letting me by. I mean, I appreciate that, Goose, but could have stood on the track, mate. Don't need to throw yourself at the scenery. So into the braking zone for Ascari we come then. Now he's gone a little bit deep again. I'm getting another half-second penalty.
I wonder where he's getting that. He must be getting those around the chicane.
Oh, Goose out on the rumble strip on the exit of Ascari. Often takes his 2nd penalty. A bit of a gap between the top 5, and then Dusty Fossil, who's got Graham tucked up behind him. Zom, Glynn, owed on with yourself, Sean, going down the inside.
So the McLaren didn't have much, but what it did have was the best straight line speed.
Yes, it also had cheese for brakes.
Especially, yes, Jaffa brakes, as I like to call them on my car.
Up to P10 then, so good progress, up 5. Leaders and this time getting it stopped. Ross stumped his mum this week. Well, how is he? Is he doing okay? It's a lead 5. A bit of a gap then. There's Graham and Zhao Zom going at it. Zom looking to the inside for Curva Grande. Graham shutting the
It's
door.
going to be difficult through there. It's difficult enough getting those cars around there on full throttle.
Break mega early.
Whoa.
A bit deep though, and Zom's going to get up the inside of him.
Yeah, nice move. Should be able to hold it now up the inside.
Up the inside for Lesmo 1.
If he can get it to
lean
stop.
on him.
Yeah.
That's a place game for Zom then. So team 175, 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. Together. Derek, half-second penalty further back. Meanwhile for Beach, still got Royston behind him, and Jonesy is there. Dear. That's not great. You don't want to be that.
At least he put a lot of effort into his livery.
He did indeed. I'll
tell you right now that Jaffa Cakes logo is the only one on the showcase that can be found, and there's 6 layers to it, sorry, and Jonesy has definitely only put the first layers on that.
For the lead then.
Taking
the fastest lap. He's on the attack again of Oblivion. They are side by side then on the run out to turn 1. Homer on the left, Oblivion on the right. He's got the inside for the first part. They're going to go side by side. Homer goes through, but goes deep again. Oh, he's outbraked himself a second time. And down to 3rd he goes.
I think he saw that coming, didn't challenge it, just up back inside. Nice move.
So Oblivion then into the lead again. Homer down to 3rd. Goose then 4th, Oven in 5th. And Dusty Fossil, Zom, Graham, Glyn, yourself. Chasing hard. Bit of a gap back then. Odon in 11th. Derek in 12th. We've got Nobby. There's Beach. Going on 14th. Royston then not making any progress. It's difficult in these cars to make progress because you've got to forget so much about what you know, especially for the last couple of weeks. We've had
you can't really push it.
3 cars, yeah, you really got to just get it round, get it pointing straight, and then use the straight line speed. Although so I find the Ferrari just changing gear constantly. more than truckers do. Oblivion's lead then. It's Homer now on the attack back for P2. Closing in again. Scary we go. Oblivion kicking up the dirt. Out of Scary. And now chasing down Sagoose. Graham's now trying to come back at Zom. 2 AMGs together. Looking down the inside. Oh, that's a late move. Oh, dearie me. Contact there. A Zom bomb on Zom. Yeah, now you know what it feels like, Zom. Graham that.
Not going to help his run out.
Break himself. I think he was coming from quite far back there. And he's cost himself, and now Glenn's got to run.
Yep.
Graham's going defensive. Glenn's following him. What does Graham do here?
He's got a chance
hold the middle of the track, but Glenn's got the inside. Graham can try and hold it around the outside, give himself the inside of the second pot. Glenn backs out of it. Graham there chops the nose off. And holds onto the place, and now Glenn's got the McLaren all over him. Heading to Curva Grande.
It's got the run, but it's not easy with the dirty air to get it round this corner. You see I have to lift there and take a bit of a twitch to avoid a collision. And then have to brake about 50 yards earlier than anyone else.
Top 3 then starting to close up together. Cleveland's lead has come down. Southern Homer have closed right in. Goose there, the rumble strip again there, using the 4-wheel drive of that Lamborghini. Most stable of all 4 cars in this one. Have to get away with it. And we're going purple. He already has the fastest lap.
He's got the pace.
Just needs to 45.8 in qualifying. Position.
Wow.
No, I think the fastest lap I'd done all week was a 46.6, and then banged in a 46.2 on my first lap.
It might be next lap. It might be this lap. You might want to cut back to me. Just coming out of a scurry. I've got the slipstream here. Looking to jinx to the outside.
Oh wow!
Oh dear.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear!
So I tried a regulation Group 3 jink to the outside to go for the overtake, and I pulled the wheel far too hard. Just lost it.
What
Amazing.
you forgot
It
there
didn't
is
cost
that
me any places.
you've got bubble wrap suspension, is what you forgot there.
Yeah, it really did.
Meanwhile, Derek has got ahead of Odon. He's giving chase, but going very defensive.
We've got an Ask Comms. Aaron says, you know Jonesy is painfully miserable at all times. What do you think his favourite film is? Patch Adams.
I don't know, like some sort of documentary where the Nazis win. Some sort of suffering, I don't know.
I think they're few and far between.
Penalty for the race leader.
1.5 seconds.
1.5 seconds there. It was from the first chicane as well. Turn 1, cut the curb, and that's a big penalty. So Oblivion then, whose lead is a few tenths.
In the background, Homer with a little bit of a moment. Oblivion's probably still going to lose 2 places though, you would have thought.
So Oblivion, 1.5 seconds. His lead is about 8 tenths. So he will lose the lead. Here I go. There's Homer. Back a little bit. However, Homer's going to get through as well then, so down to 3rd for Oblivion. So that goes in a little bit hot there. So braked a little bit later.
Still time.
Still time then. It's back on to Homer really, and now he's going to get a nice slipstream down the straight then. And he comes straight back. Looks to the inside. Brakes late as he dares. They're going together side by side. He's got the nose in. Homer defends over the curb, leaning on each other. Oh, they're into the gravel.
Yeah, no thoughts of working together to catch back up to the lead there.
Living down to 4th then. So Goose up to 3rd. There is early drama. Let's go further back then. The top 5 have broken clear quite comfortably. Then Dusty Fossil and Zom running together for the team 175. Glenn in 8th. Himself, despite your big moment, down. Derek down.
No idea how I didn't lose any places. I must have had such a gap.
Down to 11th. There was 155.9 on lap 5 there. So Graham's had a moment. Lost himself a couple of places. And Nobby together. 12th to 13th for the Shell.
Graham actually went off straight after me. I think he was so surprised to see me spinning around in the background. He just forgot to brake for Parabolica.
How's it going? Jonesy's world. Not great. Down on P16. And he's just coming out of Parabolica while the leaders are at Ascari. So not having the best night of it then. Well, trying to check out up the front. Now Homer has dealt with Oblivion, but that gap is quite sizable. Goose, meanwhile, has got the recovering Oblivion on his outside as they head down to Parabolica. Goose there, hugging the curb. Oblivion's trying to get his nose under the inside as he comes out. They're side by side. Now it's a drag race.
Is he going to duck back in for the slipstream? Is he going to try and hold in? No.
Slipstream then, right under the rear wing. Back to the inside. Now, didn't work out for him last time. Is Goose going to be a little bit more...
late braking.
Oh, he's held him out wide.
Yeah,
gets the place done. Yeah, good driving there. He's a little bit more forgiving in the braking zone. And through the first couple of corners and back up to 30 goes, but now he's got a bit of the ground to try and make up again if he wants to catch back up to Homer. And on to lap 8 of 9. Other than keeping tabs there, but not really being featuring in this battle. Still circulating well. Glynn giving chase. And Sean in 9th. Trying to close in. Big gap back then to Derek and Graham. 2 Bobbins cars together. And we've got the 2 Shell cars together. And then the Nobby. Well, second penalty for Beach. It's going to hurt. It's got Bob Nobby Norris for a victory.
Why not?
It's a McLaren engine.
you'll see that Odom ahead of him braking probably about the 160, whereas Nobby had to brake at about the 200.
That's just the difference in these cars. But straight line speed, you can watch him now.
Yep.
Odom will pull away, but should start to close in on him. By the time you get to the end of the straight. And again, you see Odom braking well after the 150 Ford.
Aggressive downshifting for Nobby. Oh,
there's the understeer. Gotta wait for it there. You don't want to be on that rumble strip. Service penalties now drop back towards Royston. Meanwhile, still circulating in P16, but up front.
It's a big gap, helped by
leading the way.
Helped by a 46.2, fastest lap of the race. Final lap.
And giving chase.
Ooh,
Keep the dirt in the background there.
Giving it everything.
Oven now on his tail of the background, then Oblivion not been checking out. Oh, and a half-second penalty for Oven again. So having got there on the final lap to perhaps get a place, he's now going to have to serve a penalty, and that will probably deny him any
He's definitely
chance.
He's definitely picked up every one of those penalties at that chicane, hasn't he?
Yeah. You do need to cut it, but it's how much you can cut and how much you can get away with. As we saw at sort of turn 1 as well with Oblivion. Glenn's keeping Zom honest on the last lap here. Half-second penalty for Graham, and got ahead of Derek. He's probably going to drop back behind him. Odom and Nobby still circulating together as well. Beach has got Royston at arm's length. Josie has got onto the final lap. But then down to Parabolica for the final time. See the air brake there deploying on the rear wing. And the final corner.
There it comes.
And for the second time this week, this season.
This week.
I wish it was second time this week. Second time this season, victory for myself. Homer comes home P2. Oblivion gets P3. It's a Goose holds on for P4 ahead of Oven. Dusty Fossil. It's going to be P6. Som in P7. 8th for Glyn. It's 9th for yourself, Sean. And Graham and Derek. Now I need to go back and watch here. Oh, Odon out on the AstroTurf.
Oh no.
But Nobby Norris made it even worse.
Nobby.
He's crashed out the final corner. It's the pit wall.
Oh, it almost pits himself.
Through goes Beach, through goes Royston.
He has pitted himself. Classic. The Nobby Norris classic.
He's goyed himself into the pit lane.
I think he's almost taken that mantle off Goy now. He's definitely done it many more times. I think Goy only ever did it once. It's just it was so spectacular.
Goy's superb.
It will never be forgotten.
Josie having a big old slide there coming out of Ascari. How is next season bits coming along? We have a basic idea, I think, of what we want to do next season. We probably just need to have a chat, I suppose, soon and finalise it, don't we?
Now's not the time for that. This is this season, and we've got the biggest challenges coming up, of course, this season.
Do well. And Josie then crosses the line eventually for P16. So that was a race 1. On to race 2. This of course is the feature race, so this will be 25 laps. A bit of poor poison, that's things often. Reverse grid. Of course, the difference is this time then it is 5 times fuel, 3 times tyre wear. So there will be pit stops required in this one. Reverse grid then. So Jonesy then, having killed everybody into turn 1 first time round, now could only kill himself. Nobby Norris then joins him, having had his excursion through the pits there to relegate himself down to 15th. Royston and Beach. Odon, Derek, Graham, SVY, Glyn, Zom, Dusty Fossil, Oven, Goose, Oblivion, Homer, and myself is the grid. No further ado then at race 2. Let's get underway.
I'd say Felice wants 200 laps of Nürburgring 24-hour layout next week. Well, it won't be 200 laps, but it will be pretty certain we're going to give day to night at least, so that should be fun.
God. Away we go then.
Put it on the stream now, we can't back out of it.
Down to turn ones, everybody survive. Oh, there's contact.
No.
Oh, Josie got deep. There's contact there.
Revenge. He somehow gets out in third as well. But then randomly decides to turn left and go off the track.
Oh, he's having tank slappers. He's having a tank slapper. All tank slappers then. So, Royston leads for Beach. John's in third. Derek's
There's a
fourth.
lot of cars, very wide.
Screeching tyres there, the cold, hard tyres. Everybody then tiptoeing their way down. We've got chaos at the pack. Have we again? Let's go on board with somebody in the pack, shall we? What's going on? Oh my god, here we go. Zom's in the gravel.
Oh good lord.
Over over then. We're back on board with them, something. That's too far again. There we go. So he's up to 11th.
Hello.
What's happened to you?
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know
what
I'm doing there.
What have you been doing?
No idea.
No.
I think I just forgot to brake for this corner. Yep.
You've done your GT3 line, haven't you? Yeah,
Yep.
muscle memory. There you go. Oh dear, yep, gravel.
Despite the fact you're already done one race in this car. Just completely forgot. Down to, was it P9 in the end? P10? 10? 11.
11.
Unfortunately, the McLaren gets me out of losing any more places. Owen in the chat wants to know, how much do you love Harvey? And the rest of it's covered by Icon Elliot's, okay.
I
thought he was talking about Jordan's lad.
Harvey Price.
Oh, yeah, look, always, yeah.
Oh, Jones is off.
Oh, Jonesy.
What's happened there?
Avoiding action needed there.
P6. What's happened here? Oh, he's out braking us up again.
Forgot to brake.
Troubles. He's got to brake, yeah, he's still on the
cable
GT3
again.
braking points. Having, again, just done a race, you'd think you would have learned. Oh dear me, having to get out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
Throws himself off the road again.
I wasn't about to stop.
And it's all the way down to the back of the grid then, inside the lap. So first to last complete. Come on, Josie. Royston, meanwhile, leading the way. And now Derek giving chase his teammate. Although Beach is looking racy right behind him.
Right there. To answer your question, I've always loved Harvey Elliott as much as it is, proper to love a man in his early 20s.
Derek's braking late.
Ooh, Derek.
Oh, just gets it stopped.
The Beach actually had to slow down coming out of the chicane.
Side of Homer. Other than that, making real progress up to 8th. Jason Nobby. Oh,
Yeah,
what's
couldn't
happened
quite
there?
get that done.
We're
It's
3
costly.
wide, we're 4 wide coming
Yeah.
out of the first chicane. Oh, what's going on there?
Ended up slightly wide, I think. Out of the chicane. This was just again a bit of a misjudgment on braking, I think.
Banging some panels. Oblivion gives you the
Ooh,
yeah, Oblivion with
got
a bit of a touch.
tap.
Yeah.
And then it was
Goose,
all of a
and
sudden
then
it was
me,
3
we're all
wide.
trying to get involved here. Everybody's trying to clamor for some space. And somehow, despite the tag, you've come out.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that saved me in this race was managing to stay out ahead of that pack.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, Jonesy with a big old send again. And oh, God.
The gods.
He was heading for me there. I think he was heading for me there. Let's
see how you go. Let's go back to Jones's POV. See how close he was.
Like, oh my God. You'd think after doing you've just done 9 laps off this circuit, you know where the braking points are.
I think the rage had taken over by this point.
Yeah, he's missed his braking point.
He's avoiding Zom.
He's going to hit. Oh, he was going to hit.
He was thinking he was going for Oblivion.
He would have got Oblivion, so that's fine. Good squabble there between himself, Goose, Oblivion. You keep it watch and breathe. Zom, Dusty Fossil as well. So dramas after the first lap. Right under the rear wing of Homer.
Very much in the title fight, of course, his car, but struggling at the minute. It's a long way to go.
Quickly there, you've caught onto the back there of Novi Norris.
Yep. He gets a poor run thrust car here. Right onto him.
And around the outside you go. It's McLaren on McLaren. And you are through and up to 9th. I'll be down to 10th. The air brakes deploys. That's one of the cool features for some of these cars, isn't it? Pop over the air brake then.
And the air brake on the McLaren might be the only brake on the McLaren.
Yes, definitely has a slightly elongated braking zone compared to everything else.
interesting to see how the fuel's looking at the minute after a couple of laps and see the differences between the various cars. They're starting to show slight differences.
What's happening, Graham? Oh, Nobby Norris. Oh my God. Oh,
no, what a send.
Oh, he's got it stopped. Oh, he's got it done.
What a move.
Oh, what a move.
What a move.
What a move from Nobby Norris.
Fully deliberate.
He's pulled your pants down there.
No, I did not even see that coming. I'll be fully honest.
It was something happened to Graham.
Yeah, what happened to Graham?
P4, he goes P5.
Trying to defend against Beach. He's slowed.
Throttle there, and then he misses braking point. Has he? Yeah, he's gone for the grass to avoid a contact. Oh, I'm reset. Oh dear. That's what happened to Graham then. So
that's a strange one.
Car just appeared on the inside there. So yeah,
he wasn't full throttle before the corner though, which is odd.
On the 13th, then Zom and Dusty Fossil now all over the back of him. Bobbins' car. Now, what's looking good for Bobbins because they are 1 and 2 up front. Still, Royston, and Derek, first and second. Owen going well in third. There. In fourth. Ovens made his way up to fifth. Then that is Oven. That's Beach breaking himself. Hell, hits the bollards.
Oh, he's got away with that being reset. Oh, here comes Goose.
Three wide there.
Aggressive move from Goose, but he's got him through.
Has he got through both of you there?
Yeah, I think he might have done. Yeah. So Nobby's on the inside here. I'm trying to keep pace, thinking I might be able to outbrake him, and then I think I had to took it. And obviously, it's just the Goose just took in a really good line. Yeah, that's nicely done. Nice move.
Yeah, nice move. Yeah. Set himself up, and then uses the traction of the Lamborghini out on the exit to just fire himself through. That was look at me, yeah, just pinching his nose. As Oblivion joins this battle now as well. They're banging the panels there, trying to get some space. This McLaren and McLaren battle continues there. Nobby and Sean side by side. And now Zom and Graham side by side as well. I'll be looking to the inside. Into Ascari, but drops back in. Further back, it's Zom and Graham. Zom around the outside.
Ooh, side by side for Ascari is ill-advised.
Is this going to work?
Are they going to make it?
No, it's not going to work now, Graham.
Yeah.
This new aggressive Graham just likes hitting people, doesn't he? Absolutely lethal. He's killed me twice in ACC this season.
Oh, Beach has just dropped into the chat, Evening Beach, saying, I think there was a mix-up. There was contact in the first corner between me and Graham. I thought it was my fault, so slowed to let him past, and then he slowed to let me back through. So maybe the stories of the new aggressive Graham are not true. Maybe it's,
after you.
Polite Graham.
I insist. No, I insist.
Lovely, polite Graham is still there somewhere, but unfortunately it ended up in him getting reset.
There's Beach there. Hard on the brakes as you get on the inside of him. And up to 7th of you go. Oblivion looking at Nobby.
I think that was a little. I'm going to say a little too polite from Beach. He could have blocked me off though.
Yeah. But then making progress, and Ovens now up to 4th and on the back of Odon. Ovens gone deep then into the second chicane. Ovens going to look up the inside, gets the traction out. It's Ferrari against Ferrari.
And again, the chat meanwhile doesn't give a shit about the racing. Just heard a pair described as a shit apple. Thoughts?
I'd agree with that. Although pair drops were a top tier sweep though.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the only pair I like, to be honest.
I think a top tier apple is better than the top tier pear, but pears are more uniform. You can get some really shit apples.
Yeah.
Like eating a red delicious is like eating a wet sock full of sand.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. Yeah, a jazz. I'll go for a jazz.
So then Derek then leads. Now he's taking it from Royston then. Let's look at the fuel situation then. So Derek in the McLaren on half a tank on lap 4. The Ferrari of Royston is over half a tank. Behind him, so he's doing well on fuel. Preheated oven also doing very well on fuel in the Ferrari.
Doing a little okay.
He's a little bit worse off than the other Ferraris, but still doing okay. He's over half a tank. And we've got Glyn in 5th, who's under half a tank. He's being thirsty, and Homer as well, also using a lot of fuel in that Lamborghini. Yourself, Sean, you're just over half a tank. Goose is about on parity with you. Local battle here, Oblivion behind him. A little bit worse off on fuel. About to take place. Oh, to the inside. Oh, the car wobbling around. It's absolute cars everywhere behind.
On the brakes. Got it.
Nope. Goose there over the sausage curve. Look at this like gaggle of cars. And we've got 3 of the shell cars together. Goose, myself, and then Nobby. Now my fuel's doing all right there. I'm probably best off with the Mercedes drivers. Goose doing
That's a good effort in that car. That's
Not quick though.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
No, but the
It's not
Mercedes
quick, but
definitely
doing
the
well on the
most,
fuel, so
the most thirsty. Yeah.
the strategies will start to play out soon. I don't want to spoil the thing as Beach looks at the inside of Nobby. Oh, into the door. Beach there. Beach has been looking at Graham and thinking like, yeah, I can do some of that. So into the door of Nobby, so he goes.
Come in, why don't you?
Yeah, scusi, yeah, coming through. Oh, now he's gone wide. And Nobby's going to come back at him, and Nobby gives him a bump.
I mean, I remember visiting Rome and just watching somebody just fully push another car out the way with their car so that they could park.
Incredible.
It's just how it goes.
And now Nobby Norris then, he's just under half a tank of fuel now. Dusty Foss is still just over, so he's doing well on fuel. Graham has used a lot of fuel in that Mercedes. Zom about the same, and somewhere is a Jonesy who is, I don't think he cares about fuel at this point.
Purely on rage.
Other than getting to the end of this race. So Derek then leads.
We saw a lot of the cars about half a tank after 4 laps, so that obviously gets you to 8, but we got 25 laps, so 3 stints of 8 will not get you there.
So we stop it.
Three stints of 8 and then one stint of 1.
See him now, look, he's now just under half a tank as we start lap 6, so he's now on for at least 9.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit further then, so he's doing very good on fuel. That Ferrari seems to be the car to beat on fuel, though Odon, who's in the same car, look at the difference between James and Odon. Glyn and Homer then, the 2 Jaffa cars working together. Though Glyn didn't get the memo on the RAL colour to use. Oh, Glyn getting a big snap there. As Homer going to go through. We're going to go side by side into the Lesmos. Glyn's got a hold on the inside. Oh, they're now tripping over each other. Glyn lets him go. Homer goes up to 5th then. Oh, then on the grass. That's suboptimal. Got another one who's only put like the first layer of his decal on by the look of it. Maybe that's why his car's quite so light, he hasn't got all the layers on it.
We can't really bash the decal this season. There's been some phenomenal efforts so far.
Absolutely. Living in 8th, Goose 9th, self in 10th. 11th, Dusty Fossil 12th, Graham 13th. Zalmi 14th, Nobby 15th. Get to Pascari. So everybody then on the straight between Parabolica and Ascari, apart from Jonesy, who's obviously had some dramas. So it's still quite tight then on lap 6 of 25. Derek's lead is quite comfortable at the minute though, doing a good job. Pulling a nice gap, big old gap as well. He's got a big gap at the front at the minute then, so doing very well so far. Other than now, latched onto Royston.
You can see the battling that's been happening. Royston, despite being in P2, is doing consistent 49s. Compared to Derek up front, I think and I think Derek up front has been setting the odd 47 as well.
Yeah, they're 48 or 47 in there as well. So differing lap times there. Oven's got the fastest lap with a 47 flat, which is rapid pace considering he's trying to save a bit of fuel. He's trying to go a bit longer. So when's the first pit stop's going to start happening? We've got 2 or 3 stops. The Ferraris then are all congregating at the front here. Royston, Owen and Odon.
Got a Zom in the chat. Good evening, Zom.
Oh, good evening. Well, we're now attacking Glyn for P6. Because in the lead of the AMGs. He's living on fuel. He's already on the red line, so he's going to be in this time around, I would imagine.
Yeah. I'm trying to catch up here and using the just giving him a bit of a bump draft to help him along.
Change for P2, over and around the outside, up to Ascari, and into P2 he goes. So Homer was starting to look at Odon as well, but still wasn't behind. So Derek's got probably another lap in the tank. Yeah, he's not on the flashing light yet. So we're doing one more lap. That's Homer now getting up the inside then of Odon into Parabolica. Has he got it stopped?
He's got no fuel left though.
Yeah, he's light on fuel, so he will be peeling off to the right. So in comes Derek's in. Interesting. That's a lot of fuel left. So Derek's in. Homer's in. So that's one Bobbins car, one Jaffa car in. Also in is Oblivion. So that's another of the Bobbins cars. So they look like they're committing to a 3-stopper.
Yep.
Anybody else joining them in the pit lane? Graham's in as well, as is Beach, as is
Glyn,
Glyn.
yeah.
Jonesy will be in as well. So Oven now leads. Royston second. Odon third. It's Ferrari 1, 2, 3, as you would expect in Italy.
Is Royston saving fuel? Yes.
Yeah, he's about the same as him and Oven are about the same. Odon is has been drinking his little bit too vigorously. But still can do the two stopper it.
Yeah, Royston's setting very consistent lap times, just not quite as quick as you would have expected, so he must be
so Oven's
going heavy on the fuel saving along with James.
James has been lapping the 47s, so
yeah, that's the difference.
He's finding the speed.
I think that Ferrari's got you get all the speed through the corners, don't you? Which,
Odon's been doing fairly solid 48s for the most part, so he's been lapping consistently as well. And yourself, 47s and 48s as well. Yourself in the 40, I'm a bit all over the shop there, 49s, a couple of 48s, 47 there as well.
That's not a 47.
It is. It says 1.47, so it's a 147 shop. Nope, over the curb there. Goose on the red line. So here we go. That's just a fossil. Clown doing well on fuel as well. He's still got about just under a quarter of a tank then. So they come round to start lap 9. Oven's got one more lap in that. Loads of fuel left in that one. As is Royston. Odon is in. So he's still on for the two stopper, but you have to do it a different way. Here you go. He just tips onto the red line. So I'm going
to highlight the point here. We cut to meet the end of lap 4 and I drank half a tank. So I was quite happy that I managed to get to 9 laps.
There's another 147 then.
Oh yeah, there you go. We'll count that one.
Mr. Fossil has just gone past Goose. So it's Goose on the heavy fuel. Goose has gone for another lap there. That does look like a lot of fuel.
Ooh.
Let's see if Goose can make this lap. If I'm honest,
that's a
not be going well on
6 job, I think.
He's employing Macaulay Carp's recipe of Fuel Mode 6. Derek then out. He has
some of the
lap 7, but he's not
definitely the 3 stopper.
Definitely the 3 stopper. I suppose he's got the extra stop any, but not changed his tyres either. So there's plenty of life left in those, I think.
Yeah.
He's got purple in the first sector, so he's flying.
Yeah, true.
46.5 is now the fastest lap. Then Oven has absolutely hammered on last time around. So
keep an eye on Derek, see how those tyres play out.
Yes. Oven's tyre left rear looks quite bad, but the other tyres look okay. And of course, we can't do anything with the brake bias in these cars, so.
No.
Oven with a 46.5 then, and got clear track. So
he realised he had enough fuel left for his final lap. He's gone for it.
Gone for a flyer.
The healthy lead already.
Royston going well in second. James's pits then. So what's his fuel left? He's only just tipped onto
it's not bad.
He's still got 8 litres in, so that's a solid fuel save effort. Royston peels off. He's got 5. Here you come.
I have none.
Fumes. Here I come. 2. Mr. Foster behind me. He's got 7 now. Look at the tyre wear of mine and your cars compared to a lot of the others. It's quite bad. Interestingly, it looks like Oven and Royston have taken the tyres.
Yeah.
Overview. Yeah.
I think it's. I thought it was advisable, even if you've not got too much wear, because by the time you get to the end of that second stint, it's going to cost you. Changing tyres costs a couple of seconds, 3 seconds maybe.
Yeah. So Odon was the first driver on track who was pitted. He's just ahead of Graham. So where's he going to come out? Derek is back in the lead. So Derek's the first one to have pitted, sorry. Homer out in second. He didn't take tyres. But his tyres look okay. Oblivion's in third. Oven's quite in fourth. Has taken tyres. So that's maybe where he's lost some of that time.
Yep.
Morrison also took tyres, as did Odon, as did yourself. Graham did not. I have not. And that front left is looking very angry. So I love a front engine car, and they are not kind on their tyres compared to the mid engine, which but we'll have to see how that plays out. Just Fossil, he did not take tyres also, so he's also saving himself a bit of time. Zom's also another one who's not taken tyres again, quite angry, lacking left side. This is Glyn, so Glyn didn't take tyres as well, but he's dropped back quite considerably. I don't know if he's had a drama somewhere. Goose did make it to the pits.
Well, I definitely saw 2 minutes something in there from Glyn, and even though it was his in lap,
Yeah,
other people not quite so bad as that.
Yes, it's at least 4 seconds there compared to some of the cars around him. We'll have to see what the other ones do. A battle going on here then. Odon, yourself, Graham, myself.
Unfortunately for Odon, finds himself on the straights in the Ferrari up against the McLaren.
Air brakes are plenty behind him. And lap 12. Oh, Odon's out that grass turf again. We saw what happened to Nobby in the race one. It's going to cost him there.
Avoid it, but still going to cost him places.
Lost one. Here comes Graham as well. Graham's going to get by Odon as well. And Mercedes is very, very good on the brakes. Very stable in braking the straight line then.
And Derek says the tyre question will be answered at the end of lap 12.
Spoilers.
By which I can only assume he means that the lack of tyre change was entirely successful and nothing went wrong.
Okay, just under 14th and behind Beach.
Yeah, Goose had a really good result in race 1.
Indeed.
Something a bit wrong this time.
Ones. He's definitely got speed in there. He's just
it's there.
Just not got the consistency this season so far. So anyway, the race order. Derek still leads. It's not looking too bad at the moment. A little bit suspect there. Homer's left side tyres looking also quite bad. Of course, four-wheel drive is also going to be hurting there because they'll be using them more. Over now on the back of Oblivion, who not long ago set his personal best into 46s for the first time, but Oven.
He's going quicker. This is going to be difficult to defend. If he doesn't get him here, he probably will. Down the home straight.
He's done those, giving himself a very tight entry. He's hooked that inside nicely, so no way through for Oven. He's
got that slipstream all the way down now.
Save a bit of fuel while he's at it as well. The early upshift in there from Oven. It's gone board. Oblivion weaving all over the track. They're trying to break the toe. The jelly suspensions does its thing. And then hard on the anchors for turn 1. Ferrari's a little bit stronger on the brakes.
Oh, the Ferrari's very good on the brakes.
But then you can see there how quickly the Lamborghini just bolts away there on traction out the first chicane. It's closing in on the brakes once again then. Right into the back.
Taking that chicane so well. He ended up running into the back of him. Oh, you got to stick to the inside there. It's tricky. So Derek's got a small lead. He's doing okay.
Couple of seconds down though. Homer's chipped away. He did. It was about 8/10 per second on the last lap.
Yeah.
Breaking that for Mascari. Nice line through there.
And so since he hasn't played this game in so long, he was trying to figure out how these all fit into Group 4. I know.
Around the outside into Mascari.
That's a good move.
Lovely move there from him.
Derek coming up to Parabolica, end of lap 12. Round he comes.
Around.
And he's going to look to dive into the pits. Oh
no!
Whoa!
Oh no! Oh no, Derek! That's what happened there. Let's replay. Let's go on board. What has happened there?
He's trying to push to the outside and keep the pace up, and I think he's trying to come into the pits. He just gets on it too much.
He just lost it.
Has he just lost it?
No, he's just lost it on traction.
I don't know.
God, spat him out. He's not even off the track. That's very weird.
Yeah.
So watch his line. He just let the rear up, and I think the left rear just let go.
In fourth gear as well.
Yeah, and with traction on.
The traction control working as well. Wow.
That is
I mean, only Derek will be. Yeah, Derek says the plan was to go right into the pit, so he's obviously leaning on the wheel a little bit more than he would have done. But even so,
well,
managing to turn it like that in fourth gear with traction control is quite impressive. Well done, Derek. It's cost him a few places in about 10 seconds, which is a shame. Royston in a decent position now. P5, lots of fuel.
Oh, yellow flag.
Ooh, yellow flag. Oh, Royston was in a decent position.
Royston there. I remember seeing several yellow flags and never quite understood what was going on.
Must have just hit the brakes a bit too late. Yeah, got to be braking before then. I mean, that doesn't really deserve a yellow flag, does it?
Was it Derek?
Or was it still Derek?
Was it Derek again? Was that what caused the yellow flag? I remember seeing the yellow flag and then I got there and nothing was there. I was like, what's going on? What's Derek doing? Yeah, oh dear,
yeah,
Derek,
there you
go. Clumsy. Gets away with it though.
Still recovering.
Can't blame the left rear for that one.
No.
That was the front left.
Time to pit.
Box. Stay out. Ah, too late now. So, the fifth rage is on. Air brakes plenty, Graham. Closing right in as well.
Still having to brake so early in the McLaren. This part of the track was just a battle to make sure we held position.
Two groups of three.
Not only was the braking a problem, the speed around the corners was not good.
So we've got two Bobbins cars with a Jaffa car in the middle. And we've got two Shell cars with a 175. Car just behind them. And Zom in 11th, keeping tabs on everybody here, but he's now looking low on fuel. Also, those tyres looking angry, as are Glynn's. I don't mind doing.
I think there was a question.
Quite angry.
I think there was a question earlier about that team name and livery. As to whether the car has a gambling problem. No, I think it's just it matches up quite well because 175 is the combined ages of the 4 team members, if you can believe it. And of course, half of those are cars.
Homer and Oblivion are in from first and second. Everyone's going to go through. Derek's in. 10 litres of fuel, so he'll make a bigger time up than Graham's in as well.
James has still got a lot of fuel, I think.
So we've got the fuel situation then. We've still got more than half a tank, so that Ferrari is being lean as you like on the fuel. Royston in second, who was close to James in the first stint, but James doing an absolute superb job on the fuel save in this one.
Yeah.
Just a bit clumsy there through there. Half tank for yourself, half tank for me, with about a third of a tyre left. Compared to the Odon behind me.
Yeah.
Just under half a tank, so he's got less fuel, but much better tyres. So they did change his, to be fair.
Carl now
didn't change his tyres. They're now looking about what you'd want at this stage, having run them for 14 laps. In fact, he's gone purple in sector 1.
A quarter of a second purple as well. It's a double slipstream down the straight, I think.
Yeah, that probably helped.
Squeeze the tyres going on ahead.
Well. This is where...
Yeah, that'll be red by sector 2 after this section.
Someone's got hold of my fuel tanks as on there. Yeah, I made a bit of a balls up there at the second Lesmo. Locked the brakes up. Here goes Odon and Dusty Fostel in that rapid McLaren. Also getting to the inside then. Got change then for 5th. That's 2 places lost for me.
We've got an explanation in the chat of Derek's race strategy. He said I short fueled to try and get back out ahead and then promptly drove like a prick. Well.
In a straight line versus a Mercedes on cooked tyres. Good on the brakes. McLaren having to brake about 500 metres earlier than me.
You've got a
good traction off this corner.
Another couple of laps to go on those tyres as well.
Yep. A little bit close to the bubble here. But we need to get to lap 17, so we've got 3 laps to do. Is that tyre going to hold up? Yeah. We shall see. You can see that the McLaren just piss it off from me down the straight while I'm trying to save some fuel. I was saving less obviously in this stint. I think I was back in fuel mode 1 at this point, so it's just now short shifting. And we're then having just pitted. Of course he's committed to the 3 stopper.
Yeah.
Down in 7th. Race leader is at the first Lesmo, meanwhile, so that's the gap. Vivian in 8th,
Big
he's
gap.
also pitted.
Big gap now. Yeah.
Nobby, who is not yet stopped, is down the inside of Oblivion. Oh, into the door! Contact!
Didn't stop there either.
Lets him go.
He's let him go.
Get away with it. There we go, also going a little bit deep there. And there's Sagoose in 11th. Not going quite so well in this one. I think strategy-wise, it's not quite worked for him. First race, of course, where it was just about pure pace, he was right on the money.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Just stopped.
I'm not really sure what he's trying to do here. His lap times are way off where it was before. 51s.
Yeah, he was doing 47s earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got half tank fuel left on lap 15, so whether he was
fuel, I think, a little bit.
You can't have been going for the one stop. That would have been ridiculous. The two stops certainly, but even that is he's beyond that now.
I'll pace the burn
Who
later.
knows?
He'll say he'll make up some time in the pit stops at least, but he's losing a lot of time there, however.
Yeah.
Right, and then he was just pitted.
3 seconds a lap is not sustainable, unfortunately.
Tom's also pitted. Some fresh tyres now. He's looking quite angry earlier. Glynn's now also some fresh rubber. Almost committed to the 3 stopper. And Beach. And Jonesy. So other than 46.1 on that last lap then. Absolutely rapid. That is race 1 pace.
Yep.
In a race where we're saving some fuel with more time.
I managed to make my way past Royston, but that gap is substantial now. It's probably up towards 10 seconds.
So he's out of Curva Grande. He's 32, you're on 27. Not quite yet, I think it's only about 5 or 6 at this point.
Maybe a bit less.
And Dusty Fossil and myself. The tyres looking worse and worse. 1.5 more laps to do on that as well. Is he going to get there? I'm going to find me in a gravel drop somewhere shortly. I'm going into that one. Just a
Not a fan of
McLaren, obviously a bit more better balance being mid-engine there. His tyre weight's a lot more even.
Not a fan of right turns right now, just to be said. Fortunately, Ascari coming up. A couple of lefts. Can't go in a little bit deep there. Just to bounce it out. And you've got a good run.
A bit of slip, save a bit of fuel. We're looking fuel-wise then, so Carl's doing better on fuel. Odon's on the bubble, so Odon will be in this time around. Which means he's going to do his 9-lap stint at the end.
Yeah, it's a long final stint.
So he's doing opposites. The battle rages on then down towards turn 1. A lot more fuel in that McLaren there. That's definitely going to help him at the pit stops then. On the anchors we go, yellow flag.
May have been me.
What have you been doing?
Just forgetting to brake again, I think.
Yeah, we're off the track, yep. Bit of curb hopping. Oh dear, yeah.
Just occasional lapses of memory.
Yeah, there we go. Again. Okay, that's it's not too bad.
I have to say my fastest lap as well. And then
throw it off at Curva Grande. Right around the outside. Yeah, that lead now has gone up definitely. You could have matched each other on the last lap, to be fair, but it looks like you've just lost all that.
That start of that lap is
big old slide there from James into the first Lesmo. He's enjoying that car at the minute. Royster's done well as well. He's going to get there on the fuel. Where is he? That's looking quite close actually. He's still got half a lap to go. There's a lot of straights.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big fuel save, I think. Behind, battle raging on for 4th now. Dusty Fossil has got me tucked under. He's gone defensive. I didn't worry though. I haven't got the straight line speed to catch him. On the brakes though. Big shake of the McLaren's head there as he comes out of Ascari. Right into the slipstream we go. There's Royston getting on, then he's on fumes.
See if he's able to get back on the power.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel coming out of Parabolica.
Gonna cost a few seconds. And 2 places.
Look at James, got 17 litres of fuel in.
Oh no, that's a painful crawl into the pits for Royston. No. That's unlucky. Nearly made it.
He's lost a big chunk of time there. So Homer will go through into the lead. Of course, he's on a different strategy. He's on the 3-stopper. So this is now where he's going to compare.
More to go. James already coming out of the pits with almost full tank.
Slightly short fueled. Oblivion coming through. His tyres are absolutely mangled. He's going to come out. Everyone's just getting up to speed. Oblivion's going to be on warm tyres. Can he attack? He's Oven in P2. Goes up to 4th. So he's going another 9 laps in.
2 9. 2 9s and a 7.
He'll probably do 2 more laps as well.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Look at Derek.
Well, actually. A 9, a 10 and a 6. That's what we're going to see.
So you're just quite ahead of Graham.
Yeah, obviously made my father stop, but still driving like a knobhead.
Lusty Bostle then has come out right ahead of me then, so despite being quite significantly better on fuel, the gap is still there, and Zom's right in this battle now as well. Of course, Zom's on a different strategy. He's only got a quarter of a tank left. He's out wide there though. But he's Carl playing the team game here, backing me into him. Actually on some fresh tyres now finally as well. So. Oh, a little further back, there's got Royston. Oh, there's where Royston's come out. Look, he's down in P12 at the currently. Glyn now all over him as well. Of course, Glyn's on a different strategy though. To the Sky we go. Reaching 14th, now in 15th. Jersey persists. Despite it not being particularly stellar night then. In comes Goose then from 4th. So 2 9-lap stints are done. In comes Derek as well. So Derek's then getting his 3rd stop done.
Yep. Doesn't look like the 3-stopper has worked out.
I am still harassing you. I'm still harassing Carl and Zom's harassing me. Carl's gone a bit deep. Also on a different strategy here. Can he play the team game? And amongst it, this will be his in-lap.
Here he comes. Got a good run.
He's going through Curva Grande. He's going to look for a Zom bomb into the Philly chicane. The answer is no. Oh, Carl's there had a tardy exit. Not quite tardy enough. Zom then looks at the inside into the Lesmo. Thanks on board. This grumbling Stuttgart V8. Sounds so much better on CC. I'm just showing the mirrors, so he's going to go for a Zom bomb. Too far back. Carl's gone deep. To Ascari again. Homer pits then from the lead. Drag race up ahead. Oblivion in as well. Looks like 13 litres of fuel, but he's got no tyres left, so he's had to pit for tyres more than fuel. And then he's going to keep his tyres on. He's going to fuel up. Where's he going to come out then? So James has then inherited a lead, and it's a comfortable lead as well. Look at where he is. He's already off into Curva Grande. It's about 12 seconds, that lead. Oh, Jonesy. Oh,
Jonesy!
That's not the most optimal way of getting out of the way. Here comes the battle for 3rd. And Homer's out in 5th.
A blue flag that then suddenly wasn't.
So Homer's out in 5th place then, behind myself and Carl. We're not doing well in P6. Morrison's in P7 then, so that's where he's ended up after all the pit stops have shaken out, so he's lost out massively from that. Just running out of fuel.
Yeah, if that hadn't happened, he would have been at least, he would have been P6, wouldn't he?
Yeah, so Oblivion, who was the second of the runners on the 3 stopper, it's not quite worked out for him, he's down in P8. Goose is in 9th. So that's popped up the order a little bit. Of course, he's on a short stint, so now he can actually push. Hobby's up to P10. So it's going on for him. Brown's behind him and just pitted. Derek's then 12th then, so Derek, it's not worked out for him. That incident out of the Parabolica has cost him massively.
He's got a fresh out of the pits as well, I think.
Yeah, still on the same time as Glyn's and all, but it's just not worked out for him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
P15, giving chase, and somewhere not getting any of his way currently is Jonesy. Other than cruising along majestically up front, banging in consistent 46s now.
Yeah, there's no catching that.
46.2 from yourself there.
Yeah, I was happy to rag a 46.2 out of that McLaren.
The battle 40 for
nearly got fastest lap.
Rages on. McLaren straight line speed, keeping him the distance, and then on the brakes, here comes the AMG. The Lamborghini in the background as well, trying to get on terms. Which is the biggest battle at the minute. Further back, everyone's in a bit of no man's land. Everybody else is kind of spread out at the minute, so the battle really is for P3. It's Justy Foster at the moment. Juice on the clamp, he's gone purple in sector 1. So stretching away, but then on the brakes, back comes the AMG, pops the curb. Trying to get on terms. So on the brakes, the AMG closes right in on the back of the McLaren. He's wide again there at the second Lesmo. Alongside, it's now a drag race.
Here we go.
McLaren's grunt and top speed just pulls him ahead and pulls him away. It's not a quarter of a second up on his personal best. So the AMG better through Ascari.
Yeah.
But then onto the straights we go, and just ease away. Blue flag's waving for Jonesy up ahead. Is he going to play a part in this? Hugging the curve on the inside, AMG pushing him around. The traction out of the corner. I think at this point I'm just trying to assess what options I've got to attack, because he goes personal best at 47 flat. I did a 47.1. Oh, that's my 40. That's my 147 lap.
Hey.
Again, nose to tail through the first chicane. Looks like the gaps are going further back. Yeah, everybody's still kind of spread out.
It's going to have to be a move on the brakes, isn't it?
Well, then, of course, what's after a braking zone is a straight immediately after. Yeah. So it's going to have to be late on. We're going to have to open a big gap up. And of course, while I'm a bit more free to attack in terms of fuel, I'm still having to save a little bit. So I haven't got much spare. Homer continues to lurk in the background as well. Is he going to get into this fight? Gap is about 1.2, 1.5 seconds, somewhere in that bracket, I think. What was his last lap time? It's 46.8, so he took 2/10 it at least. Jonesy getting ever closer as well. So is traffic going to play a part? Well, again, going a quarter of a second faster.
Really pushing it.
Looking at the 46s once again, though.
Especially with no slipstream.
Again, the AMG right under the rear wing as they head down the back straight towards the Parabolica.
Very close now.
You can see they just pulled another car length or so. And on the brakes, right back under the rear wing. Hugs the inside nicely there. Not let me get up the inside. Switching to the outside there, but I've got to be careful of that AstroTurf on the outside. Now onto the straight we go, and now he's even going to maybe get a little bit of slipstream there. It's a 46.9 from Dusty Fossil, 46.9 from myself, 6,000 of a second in it between us. Home with a 46.7, so again another 2/10 hours that time around. And we've caught Jonesy right in the braking zone for the first chicane. And he's still there. Now he gets out of the way.
Yeah.
And Home is definitely closer after that. Let's have a look at the split time in Sector 1. So McLaren
Bit of a gap this
legs.
time. Should have the opportunity to bring that back in again now, though.
Okay, as we go.
Nicely done. Right back on him straight away. Just one chicane and that was it.
Through here where the McLaren is not at its best. AMG very good through Sector 2. The twisty bits and through Ascari as well. And again, they're right onto the back of him, out of Lesmo 2. Flash of the lights from Homer. But once again, the McLaren just pulls away a little bit there, but on the brakes, AMG right back on him, right into pushing him into Ascari. I think I may even give him a little tap that time through.
Incredibly frustrating even watching this.
Yes. Again, right into the rear wing as they head down the straight. Again,
the slipstream not helping
enough.
Way.
Yeah, just saving a little bit of fuel on the brakes. Right back up the inside of him. I'm thinking to myself here, can I send it on the last lap? Can I send it next lap? I go around the outside there with side drawn right alongside. God, they give me a little bit of squeeze out to the AstroTurf. Oh, pulls it back. Well, that's brought Homer closer.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Homer gets slipstream on this lap as a result of that. Stretching his legs.
Like a three-way battle for the podium.
Yeah. Positions 1 and positions 2 looking fairly sure. James is at second chicane already, and as he is just romped away 45.9.
I think I'd realised by this
for
point.
About second or third on the grid for race 1.
Yeah, I'd realised by this point there was no chance of catching him. So
just
going purple was a good measure.
Sector 1.
No, for no reason whatsoever. So really good first chicane, I think.
Into the battle for third. Again, right under the rear wing, trying to get the traction down. Thinking about moving to the Lesmos, but
where is the opportunity for a move here?
Homer is now pretty much there as well. This is now a three-way battle. Further back, Odon keeping oblivion at bay. What's happened to Royston? Royston's down to 8. He's at off.
57.
Goose in 9th. Oh, Nobby Norris. Oh, Nobby Norris. Nobby, no.
Great.
What's happened there?
Great.
He just run out of grip as he basically just drift wide, does he?
He's gone to the inside. He's trying to keep the throttle in. Still trying.
Oh, he lifts as well, and then it snaps on him, and he's on the grass. Oh no! Oh, Nobby, no!
He gets it straight into bouquet. Here comes Derek behind. Oh, Nobby's managed to stay ahead for now.
Yeah, but that's put Zom and Derek right on him.
Yeah, he's not lost any places yet, apart from to Graham, but the battle on his hands now for the last lap and a half.
Over then, onto his final lap. Cruising. Meanwhile, the battle for third rages on. And now we've got a battle for 11th, is it, as well?
Yeah.
Derek's dropped down to his customary 13th place. He's almost pinched it from him. And now Zom looking to attack Nobby. To Ascari. We've just got to use the McLaren strengths, straight lines. Zom those quick through Ascari. That was where the AMG is good. It's going on the battle for third. Sorry, it's still nose to tail.
And we're still half a second back.
Fuel-wise, Justin Fossil's actually worse on fuel than said of Spike.
He's been pushing. He said those laps, those 46s, are going to may come back to haunt him.
He's gone purple in Sector 1. He's still pushing hard.
Obviously feels he's got enough fuel.
Attack out the second chicane, the Retifilio. What's going back in this battle here? Goose is on the back of...
Oh, Graham's managed to make his way through, yeah?
Yeah, Graham's got through. Meanwhile, Nobby's on. And as you were, let's go back then to the battle. Nose to tail. Dusty Fossil. Hanging on. Again, going defensive. Up to Ascari.
Up to the outside.
Squeeze me it. Oh, we've got to move on.
It's late.
Go back.
Who's holding the defensive line. Switch back to get a little bit more slipstream, and then pulling to the outside and trying to outbrake.
Oh, on the grass. I was there. I caught the grass.
On the side, you're on the grass, and then not quite on the gravel, and still going here. And Homer's going to be right there as well now.
Drag race being amazingly out of the final corner. Here comes Oven for victory. It's going to be comfortable for him. But let's see what's going on back here.
I'm not sure how you've managed to come out of Mascari in the same order you went in there.
Homer's attacking.
Homer's going to make the move.
AMG's got on the brakes though. Carl's wide. Looking at the inside.
Has he got the fuel? Oh, the fuel's right on the line.
He's there. He's good. He's coming through. And he's out.
Oh, what
he's
a
gone.
great run.
He's gone.
He's gone.
The line. He's lost it. And Homer gets him as well.
Oh. Oh dear.
Odon's another one.
What a finish.
On the bubble on fuel.
Is he going to make... He's out as well.
He's out as well.
He's out as well. Here comes Oblivion. Oblivion is...
Oh, he's got him.
He's got him. How close was that? You have to go back and look at that on the line. That must have been right on the line, that one. Let's see when he actually crosses the line.
Oh. Literally inches away.
Oh dear. So it's Ode on P7, Royston finishes up in 8th, Graham in 9th. Goose and Nobby is at the minute hanging on to P11.
And he will hang on.
Quite comfortably in the end.
With a penalty at the end. Glyn had his best race in this one. It's going to be P14 for him. Across the line he goes, and last but not least on the lead lap anyway, is Beach in P15. James, you're already across the line. I like that. And there we have it then. That is the end of week 9, and that ends the pro section then of our career mode then. And I don't know, what are we even calling the next section?
It is the Becoming the Legend, or Become the Legend section.
Then. So 3 weeks to go. We are 9 weeks down. We have 3 to go before we crown our season 28 champion. And now, of course, the quality of the cars ramps up a little bit more. So what have we got in store for the last 3 weeks then? Well, next week we're tackling the Green Hell. And of course we go up a level of car. We are in the Audi RS5 DTM. Next week.
So Group 2 car.
Group 2 car, attacking the Nordschleife circuit.
Week 11.
Yeah, week 11 then is going to be the fastest racing on Earth, and that of course is IndyCar. So IndyCar week 11. We've got it's going to be a triple header in week 11 of the IndyCars in the Super Formulas. What's that? You talking smack about? My Super Formula car is hurting your eyes. Why is my Super Formula car hurting your eyes? That is a Dario Franchitti livery, and you will respect that. As a Scotsman. How dare you? Dare you speak ill? Dario Franchitti. So yes, week 11, they're going to be a triple header. And of course, the interesting fact about IndyCar is it's street, roads, and ovals. So it's going to be one of each for week 11. And then to cap off our career mode, then week 12, we're going to do the greatest spectacle in motorsport. That, of course, is 24 hours de Le Mans. It won't be 24 hours, though. We're not doing a 24-hour race, guys. Don't worry.
No, we are genuinely doing a 24-hour race.
Jokes. But yes, we will be at the Circuit de la Sarthe for the final week of the championship then in something... It might be technologically advanced, but it might be technologically advanced of its time. But we've got
to wait and see.
Testing to do. Yeah. The colours... Oh, okay. Right, I get you. Well, yeah, he didn't run a dark blue livery, so that's... You just need to get over yourself. It's not all about Rangers, Derek. Just because you beat bloody Fenerbahce. But yes, that's how...
Saving your credits if you don't have the cars already. You may well not have the Week 12 car. If you don't have the Super Formula, you should have the Super Formula.
Yeah, you can get the Super Formula.
We've run the Super Formulas, but we've run the Super Formulas before, so most people should have them.
While we're here, let's go nosy what's in the Legends car section. Are they there? Survey says no, they're not.
Sweet FA.
Two cars. So the other one that we were
Yeah.
looking at for next week's there.
We were looking at that CLK, weren't we? But it's
I don't
eight and a
understand,
half
though.
million credits.
Why is the Mercedes 8.5 million, but the McLaren is 20?
Oh, who knows? Just Gran
sense.
Turismo, innit? We should do a race in the.
Why is that McLaren fucking technologically advanced 8.5 million credits? That thing. 1938 touring Berliner.
It's a classic.
20 million as well. Yeah, fuck off.
Oh, we should have done a race at the Parks Peak.
Back in the bin. Fucking Unimog. Stupid car.
Yeah, we should have done one at the Pikes Peak. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, there we go.
If only they had the Pikes Peak track on this game. But oh well, never mind. I remember in GT. I want to say 3, 4,
maybe
one of those.
Yeah, one family. Hey,
Yeah.
Why would we want such things on this game when we could have a Unimog?
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, enough ranting. That is it then for this week. Thank you very much for everybody who has joined the stream. As always, if you haven't already liked it, please do so before you go. And we will be back next week then with week 10 then as we start to become the legend. So yes, from us for this evening, thank you for joining us and goodbye.
See you next week.